A popular Latin phrase goes thus: Vox populi, vox Dei, meaning the voice of the people is the voice of God and of reason too. The ruling All Progressive Congress APC has succumbed to the popular demand and agreed to zone the presidency to the south and the party's national chairmanship position to the north ahead of the 2023 elections. The Progressive Governors Forum disclosed this after their meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa in Abuja, that all offices occupied by Northerners in the last 8 years will go to the south and vice versa under the new arrangement. Meanwhile, a former national legal advisor of the APC, Muiz Banire, said the party will soon implode due to numerous disagreements and weak foundation. But first, let's hear from the governors.
Reminded also that we have produced a number of national chairmen by consensus. Baba Kande emerged as the pioneer chairman of the party by consensus. His Excellency John Oyegun emerged by consensus. His Excellency Adams Oshimole emerged by consensus. So he is a believer in consensus as one of the options of producing leadership. And he urged us to explore consensus so that we can generate list, not while recognizing that many people who have indicated interest are equally competent, but knowing that just one person will occupy the office.
We have agreed a zoning formula for all the 6 geopolitical zones, and essentially we swapped northern zones will take positions that southern zones had in the last 8 years, and vice versa. It's a very simple, equitable, and fair formula. We will now go back and consult at the zonal level and look at the positions that are available, and the process of the convention preparation will start in earnest. So by the grace of God, on the 26th of March, we would have done our national convention. Whether we'll do the zonal convention before that or do it at the same time, again, the Constitution is silent, so as our chairman said, we can decide either way.
Meanwhile, Babajide and Asuko saw this coming during the discussion on the program on Tuesday, when they predicted that the APC will go for consensus to pick future candidates for the party. Let's share that with you.
There are so many contending forces. The governors are the ones that want to control the party. The original owners of the party, they also want to make sure that they control the party. But the central person that has refused to stamp his foot, perhaps he will do that today, is the president. And so many people are watching. So what will happen? The people who are acting and pulling the strings can decide that they want to go for a consensus candidate. That is how I'm thinking for them.
Their plan right now is to come up with a consensus arrangement. We cannot, that convention, they want to go to the convention with a consensus arrangement. And if you ask them, they are going to say, oh, after all, Baba Oyegun emerged as consensus, Shomole emerged by consensus. They are going to tell us. So the governors will sit amongst themselves and draw up a list for all the positions. That is the stage where we are now. So when they go to the convention on March 26, they are the owners of the party. They will just say, okay, this is what we have decided. So they will just go and ratify the list that they are compiled. So for a lot of the people today who want to contest for elected positions, the way the party is structured now,
nomination form,
and the way the governors are thinking, that contest, they won't allow you to take part in that contest. It's consensus that will happen. That's why they fought for it to be inserted in the constitution, and they got the president's buy-in. So if we are looking for a party where everyone will feel comfortable to contest, will feel that there's a level playing field for everyone to rise to become what he wants to become, then you are wasting your time. It's the consensus arrangement that the governors are working towards, because they know that if they can achieve consensus, the convention will be less rancorous, you know. But right now, they will still go ahead and push for consensus. That is what the Kebbi State governor and his friends, that's what they want. Fire me, all of that. That's what they want. Consensus arrangement.
All right, it was as if we were in that meeting yesterday, because that was exactly, once we just played back, what was exactly what panned out. You have more information on it now.
Yes, because that's what they've always wanted. You can see the APC is not doing, in terms of what's going on now, they are not doing anything different to what the PDP have done. The PDP decided that, okay, all the positions earlier held by the North should now go to the South. That is in respect of party positions. Party positions. They took that decision, then the positions available ahead of the convention, they also resolved through consensus. They made Governor Gwany the chairman of the zoning committee, so he was the one who perfected which zone gets what and all that.
In PDP.
Yes, in PDP. So now APC is towing that line as well by saying, okay, at least we've heard from Rufai. Yes, the Progressive Governors Forum is not an organ of the party, but these governors have consistently now seen themselves as owners of the party. They are the ones who speak for the party now. They are the ones who run the party.
Like usurping the responsibility of
NEC and NWC. That's what we are seeing. So now, those positions will now revert to positions held by the North will revert to the South. Exactly what the PDP guys decided ahead of their own convention.
And they don't have a position yet on where to zone the presidency.
I saw on in the papers today that presidency has been zoned to the North. I mean to the South.
That's not correct.
All of what I've spoken to people who were at the meeting, I have listened to what they said. There was nowhere I heard that is going to the South. The chairman of the caretaker committee, Mai Malabuni, we need to challenge him to come out and clear the air. As the party decided to zone the presidency to the South, don't keep Nigerians guessing. Don't keep party members guessing. You need to come out and clear the air. Tell us whether this decision has been taken. Because
it's the ruling party.
Yes, you are the leader of the party. So people can't simply believe what they see in the media. You need to come out, because we didn't hear any of you say it. But papers are reporting now that this has been zoned to the South. So
quite confusing.
Yes, it's confusing, and there's no need for this confusion. Let the party leader. Normally, when you have this kind of thing, by the next day, somebody will come and then break it down to the media.
General Secretary, Senator, there.
Yes, let them come out in plain language and say, okay, this is the decision. Because we can't have a situation in which people will now be guessing, oh, did they decide?
And speculating.
People are speculating now. They are even saying that, oh, that the different groups within the party have been allocated certain positions, which is not true. Which is not true. At least by the time you speak with like 2-3 governors who were at the meeting, at least once you have an idea of the truth.
No. Yeah, we had, APC, they know that, look, I think PDP were able to manage this phase very well. And by the time they went for their convention, they just had 2-3 positions to elect people into. They've already decided, and most of the arrangements went through consensus, apart from the deputy national chairman and everything. We went through the consensus and everything. So why is it difficult? If it's as easy, if we now know that the governors officially, they are now running this party, why is it difficult to hold a convention?
Well, I think it's all about a particular group that is bent on having its way within the party without adequate consultation and carrying every interest along. Why what the idea of talking about, zoning has reduced fear. It has not completely eliminated the fear. The suspicion is still there because what is most important to a lot of people in APC is which zone will produce the president, whether it's the north or the south. And I think as we speak, the APC is ambiguous. And I think it is not good. The APC needs to come out with a categorical statement.
Yes.
And when you are talking of consensus is not value added. Consensus in the moment of crisis can be very difficult to manage. If, because we can have minority consensus, we can have majority consensus. So you may handle other positions in terms of consensus and all that, but when it comes to the presidency, I think a lot of people want the APC to come with clean hands.
Yes.
Are you giving the presidency to the south or to the north? I think that's what most Nigerians want to hear. So this idea of saying we are going to the same position to swap the positions is ambiguous. It's a kind of strategy to buy time. I think many Nigerians want the APC to come out categorically to let us know which zone we have the presidency.
And I think a lot of people merely interpretatively decided in their hearts that, well, since the decision has been reached that all positions held by the north should revert to the south, it then means that the presidency too. But the presidency is not an elective party position.
Yeah.
It's different. This same issue when it came to the PDP, because there are a lot of the giants of the PDP are from the north. In the past, if the presidency, if the chairmanship goes to a region, we will be convinced in our hearts that the presidency must go to the other region. And we've seen even PDP remove their national chairman on the morning of convention.
Yes.
They replaced the chairman just so just so that
presidential candidates.
So that they don't the presidential candidate and the party chairman don't come from the same area. They had to remove the southern chairman of the party and put a northerner. So in this case, it's not enough for people to interpret what Erufai or other people said. The party must come out in plain language. Let us know. Because as for the PDP, in the end, they had to say, no, we have not decided where we are zoning the presidency to. So that calmed some of the people from the north who were already thinking because the chairmanship had gone to the north, therefore the presidency of the PDP will not go to the north as well. So this party has to come out. They need to let people know where the party is going.
Muiz Banire now is saying that, look, if care is not taken, that this party is just at the brink. At any moment from now, something will give way.
He's right. He's old enough in the party to know, and as a former legal advisor. So I think his warning should be taken seriously, because we've had a chairman caretaker committee now for more than 1 year. So it means the National Working Committee has not been meeting, the BOT has not been meeting. So and when we are talking about democratic institutions, this completely violates the norms and the principles. So if care is not taken, and even now that up to now we don't know where the president, the presidential candidate will come from, we'll keep people guessing. People going up and down, investing their time and money, and you refuse to tell us, where the party is going. So I think Muiz Banire is right. If they don't manage their sources very well, there could be an internal implosion.